Now you see why Christopher Wray is hiding Joe Pientka? So, you know that interview Joe Pientka took the notes on? The January 24th interview at the White House about a transcript they already had with Peter Strzok. Pientka, Strzok, Flynn in the Situation Room at the White House trying to catch him in a perjury trap about a transcript they have right there. Well, Pienka's the note taker, Agent Pientka, who they're hiding on Mars with Matt Damon in that bubble he explodes. So Pienka's the note taker, and those notes get transcribed onto an original 302. An original 302 summary of those notes we still haven't seen. Submitted just days later, but it's in an FBI somewhere. Again, Christopher Wray, you're not only hiding Pientka, why are you hiding the original 302? Wray, answer the question. Answer the question. You work for us. That's not a campaign slogan. You're not a tyrant. This isn't the Gestapo. This is the FBI. Where is the original 302? Pientka took notes. It was submitted into the FBI system. Where is the original summary of Pientka's notes? The one that, according to multiple people who've reported on it, may not be so good for the FBI. In other words, the original notes may indicate they didn't believe Flynn was lying. We don't have it. Just like we don't have the guy who wrote the notes used to form the original 302. We don't have Pientka either because he's on Mars with Matt Damon. Now, what's really interesting about that, look at this tweet from a writer at the Epic Times, Mr. Svad, sorry if I'm saying your last name wrong. This is at Peter Svad from Epic Times. Peter Strzok texted in one of his texts to his girlfriend, Lisa Page, FBI lawyer, that he was, quote, trying not to completely rewrite the document, quote, so as to save, and it's redacted's voice. What? What does that mean? I'll tell you what it means. Peter Strzok is texting his lawyer girlfriend, Lisa Page, a lawyer for the FBI, McCabe's right-hand woman, the deputy director of the FBI, who was not in on the interview, but is intimately familiar with legal language and how to charge someone with lying to the FBI, lying to a federal agent, the charge Flynn was charged with. They're probably reading the initial 302, and in that 302 are indications that Flynn's telling the truth. We don't have that original 302. And as it's being edited over and over and over and over again to make it sound like Flynn is more and more guilty, and Page and Strzok are involved in an editing process for an interview Page wasn't even in. Strzok at one point gets worried that the document may be straying so far from what Pientka actually wrote down that it may not preserve his voice. That's what the redacted name is. I'm trying to preserve redacted's voice. That redaction is clearly Pientka. Now you see why Christopher Wray is hiding Joe Pientka? Wouldn't it be really devastating if Joe Pientka went up in front of a congressional committee and said that 302, that Strzok submitted after 6,000 different edits? I'm being hyperbolic. There were quite a few, though. That's not mine. That's not what I wrote. Wait. We're charging him on an interview and interview notes at 302 that aren't the actual interview notes? That's not mine.
You just heard The Dan Bongino Show. You can also get Dan's podcasts on iTunes or SoundCloud. And follow Dan on Twitter 24/7 at DBongino.